My name is Gene Allen, and this is our second video on PCI and FileSure. This is our second video, so it's going to be covering system compromise, the PCI requirement 10.2.2 and 10.2.7. Cover the idea that you have to record anybody who has access to corrupt the machine or install programs on the machine or make it not function correctly or install a program or something like that, be recorded, all their actions. Mostly the idea here is to make sure that they don't delete things that can make the machine not work right, change the actual security programs, or if they install a malware, a keylogger, a scanner of some sort, anything that can steal credit card information. So we're going to show you doing this with FileSure. 10.6 says that you have to actually get a daily report. That would be like we're going to show FileSure send you an email with all the previous activity. And 11.5 means that you actually have to install file integrity software to send you an email when somebody does change something. So let's go ahead and open FileSure up, and I'm going to show you how we have all this set up. Here it is. So there's a couple things we need to do. Most importantly, we have to actually watch for system or application changes. And here's a very long rule. So we're going to watch all these files. We're going to watch people writing executables and DLLs and sys files and all these other things that can infect a machine. PIF files, command files, bat files. So whenever somebody writes one of these, and they delete it, rename it, or write it to the hard drive, unless it's in one of these areas, because this you get a lot of noise, we're going to record it. And for all users. So if there is an executable of any, if code is being written to the hard drive, we're going to record it. And something special we've done here is we actually set up an alert ID of 10. So we're going to do that for our alerting engine. So basically this rule, all it says is if somebody writes code to this hard drive, it's going to get recorded. Now I'm going to show you the alerting section. It says we have to send out an alert when this happens according to 11.5. So we have an alert set up here. And the alert, if you look at the summary, now this is kind of geeky the way we have to do this. But it basically just says, and here's some SQL, and if the alert ID is 10, and we're going to pick it up within an hour. You can actually you don't have to write these queries. If you go online to the form, you'll see them. You can click on that little button right there, and there it is, detailed summary about alert ID. And you can see that same queries there. So we try to help you in any way we can because we know that that can be a little bit complicated and people don't typically know SQL. Some do, some don't. And so we're going to pick up the previous activity within an hour. We're going to publish it. And then we come over here and we say if the email count exceeds 1, because we want to catch any detection of this, but don't spam us to death. So if it happens more than, we don't want to get an email every 15 seconds. So we say we don't send the email more than every 30 minutes. So that's how you set up an alert. So let's go ahead and make one of these happen. And how I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to copy a file. I'm going to download a file directly. To the hard drive. Yeah. Now, what I've done is I've created an application called Stale Credit Card, and I put it on our website. And this is how if a hacker wanted to do this and he could get access to the machine, or if the web browser did it, we're going to record. So we're going to save it. And if we were to actually, that's all that needs to happen. As you can see, we did record it. It was downloaded and it was put here. So what will happen now is in a few minutes we'll get an alert. Now to prove what we've set up here is we actually have a scheduled report for touched files. This is a bad name for the job. It should be PCI security report. And we actually modified the query a little bit, so we want all the files with the alert ID of 10, which would be a complete security, and that will give us a complete dump of it. And we want it to run every day for the previous 24 hours. And it's enabled. So we can actually run this report right now, and you'll see it start up. And this is just a test so we can see it happens. Now we take our logs a little bit further because we want to pick up people running programs from a removable drive. So we set up another rule called reading programs from a removable drive, and there it is. So it looks similar for all users if they read it from removable drives for files. So if we were to that one deletes an ID of 4. So if we open up our pen drive, I've got a little folder here called spy, and if I run it, I wrote that too, it says if you're seeing this, your system has been compromised. Now FileSure should have recorded that, which it did. So does FileSure doing everything that it needs to do for this complicated 10.2 section, and we just need to make sure we got our reports and we get our emails here shortly. Let's start up Outlook and see if we got our email. Come on. There we go. This looks like, this is actually the alert that came through. PCI system, that's the alert that came through. Where's our report? And there's our report right there. So if we open up the report, there's all the access. As you can see that it's a previous day. I have a lot of, it looks like I updated Firefox a little bit earlier. But there's our stuff right there at the end. So that's showing FileSure doing the PCI requirements on system compromise. Let's make sure that we got them all here. 10.2, yeah, we did that. We did create some files and we deleted some things. And we looked at the log. It did come out. It come out every day. And then we got an alert when somebody did what they were supposed to do, or did what they weren't supposed to do.